Hello, what's up everyone? Welcome back to One Piece. This is episodes 772, 773, 774, and 775. That means next video, we're going to have the luckiest episode of One Piece to ever happen, which is 777, obviously, is going to be the luckiest episode. I don't know what that means in terms of the show, but it's got to be some lucky stuff happening there. But I'm really excited to jump into this episode. Or these episodes rather. In the last video, from memory, I say from memory and then I looked down at my notes. That's kind of cheating. It's not really my memory if I'm looking at my notes. But we had a bunch of lore, essentially. Like last episode was kind of like a lore episode. L-O-R-E, not L-A-W. L-O-R-E episode where we found out about the road poneglyphs and the fact that there are 4 of them that we have to find to get the information so that we can track down where Rafto is. And we have 1 of them so far. And then also, what else? We also had we found out that, oh my gosh, I'm trying to go through it in my head as best I can. We found out kind of one of our goals now is going to be kill the Shogun, right? Or at least take out the Shogun, get rid of the Shogun, because he's closed off Wano and we want to open up the land of Wano. And originally Luffy was like, no, I'm not going to help you, but he only said it because the one who was supposed to be in charge, the kid, Momonosuke, wasn't the one to be standing up for himself and being a man, and he was like, look, if you're as important as you are claiming you are, be a man, stand up, tell me what you want, ask me for help yourself, look me in the eyes. And then he did that, and it was everyone was like, wow, yeah, we were all kind of treating him like a kid, but at the same time, Luffy's kind of treating him like a man, so yeah, it's very cool stuff. Let's just jump into the next episode. This is episode 772. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel. All of that stuff helps me out a ton, and you can go to my Patreon account, which is in the description below, if you want the full-length reactions and early access, which means you can get the next at least 20 or so episodes on there right now, which means we're in the next arc on there right now, so you should definitely check that out. And yeah, there's lots of good stuff going on, so go check that out, or you can join the YouTube membership down below to get 1 week early on edited videos. That's great as well. So let's jump into this. This is the Zou arc. This is episode 772 of One Piece. Woo! Okay, recap Rubik's. This is the Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on, and the goal is to beat the recap. That's a little recap for you people who are new to the channel. I'll be starting as soon as the recap begins. Okay, here we go. And that's the cube complete. Okay, this episode is going to be called Kaido Arrives. The fight for the Zou Island. I don't think Kaido's gonna arrive. Jack's gonna arrive if anyone. The Straw Hats can fix so many problems. Well, I guess that wasn't technically the Straw Hats, that pit. It was Momonosuke. Oh no, are they saying this to set up a backstory? Well, maybe not. Oh, maybe they are. I can't tell if they're setting up the backstory or not. Maybe not. That's like me when I when I stopped being a kid. I wasn't in school anymore and stuff. I can wake up and go to bed anytime that I want. The answer is I go to bed at 4:30 a.m. Yeah, sure, you can't just be like, and also one condition. Yeah, Sanji. We gotta get him. Okay, good. That was simple. That's kind of true. That's also maybe true. Alright, they're here. Oh my god, Sheep's Head. Oh my god. That's fucked up. Guess we probably won't have to fight Sheep's Head. God damn. What? What's he doing? He's gonna kill the elephant. Wait! I was kidding! I was joking! What? I was making that joke because I was like, well, yeah, obviously that's not a good plan. Seemingly it'd be easier to kill the people on the island, but I guess the elephant might not fight back as much, and he's slow. You and Shanks seem like you'd get along. Similar vibes. They were crew members of Roger's ship? But? Oh, okay. But you were still on it for a bit. Oh! You were on Whitebeard's ship? That's crazy. They've done some crazy shit. Both Whitebeard and Roger, two of the best pirates ever. This is me. This is me trying to take notes from the episodes. Yep, makes sense. And then what, they dropped you off at Zoe and never saw you again? Well, not never saw you again, but then you didn't come with them? Damn. They went on quite the adventure. Yeah, so just those two and Odin. I think so, right? That would have been quite the twist if it was like, but oh, Shanks, he was never there. He was never on that crew. I forgot about that, but that's true. Basically his son. That, yeah, we have so many connections. No, Brooke! Poor Brooke. What is it, Nami? Yeah? They're all pointing the same way? Oh, wait, one pointing in the opposite direction. Oh, no, they're just at rest? Huh? Yeah, true. That's what I thought. That's exactly what I assumed. Wait, answer her question! Thank you, Dogstorm. That'll take ages. And lies beyond that point. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh shit. Wait, so have we just been cheating? Wait, so he just... Did he just give us some answers back then? That he shouldn't have, really? So from the start, we had like a major push that other pirates don't normally have. Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay, she can trust in herself and her navigation again. Yeah, she is. Aww. Yes, give me some Nami love. I was thinking, her back's probably raw right now. I had to make a bridge, like draw a bridge. Okay, recruiting samurai. Yeah, of course. Hey, we have some fleets. Huh? Oh! Yes! Marcus? Is that what his name is? Marco, not Marcus. Oh my god. Please. Okay, that was a good episode. I really enjoyed that. So, well, part of what I enjoyed about this episode is that that Nami was at the front and center of it, that she was the one asking the questions, and it was like a navigator's question. I really liked that. But I feel like, so I think I got it. I think I understand. So the idea is that, like, normally for most pirates, you know, go up the reverse mountain, you come down, and then you just like start making your way through, and you get a log pose at some point, and you just go from island to island. And the goal is like you just keep following the islands until you get to the end. Then once you get to the very last island, which is not Raftel, but it's just a different island. When you get to the very last island, on that island you find out that there are these things called poneglyphs, and that there are also these things called road poneglyphs, and the road poneglyphs will tell you the way to get to Raftel. And then the thing is, like, at that point, you've already gone through the entire route, so you need to like go back and do it again, do all of the New World and the Grand Line and stuff again, to find those road polyglyphs and get the answers that you need. And then after that, you'll get the coordinates, and then you can go. I don't know if you have to go to the end then and then go to Raftel, or if you can go straight from there to Raftel. But so I think that's the thing. But when we first arrived, we made friends with immediately Crocus, who gave us some information about Raftel and told us about Raftel specifically and all of that. And then we also like did other crazy shit along the way and made other huge allies that help. I mean, we already knew Shanks and Buggy, like other people from the crew. We've had dealings now with people like Whitebeard, you know, these big people. We put Nico Robin on the crew, who's like the poneglyph reader. Like this, you're not gonna find many other, if any other, poneglyph readers in the world. And we have the one, which I already mentioned in a previous video, how like Nico Robin, I feel like is like the most useful Straw Hat member to have. And that's the thing, is like she's also allowed us to skip. So One Piece is 1,000, you know, like 1,200 episodes or whatever right now, right? What Ode is saying is like, motherfucker, this could have been longer. Like, I could have doubled the length of this, because the story, like, our characters have gotten lucky and like really pushed past progress. And I mean, they've kind of like, I use the word cheated in the episode. Obviously it's not cheating, but like the idea that like, oh, someone just came and told you some of the answers, or like, you know, gave you some massive hints, or this massive push forward. And then also they've been doing like so much. It's almost like they've been doing all of the side quests along the way, and they're the really difficult side quests that the game doesn't expect you to defeat. Like, you know, when a game puts you up against a boss and it's like, here's a boss that's supposed to kill you. Like, it's supposed to kill you and there's no way you're supposed to be able to beat it. But if you do, like if you trained a whole lot beforehand, or if you're just really fucking good at the game and you do beat it, they give you like a legendary sword or whatever, you know? Like there was a Fire Emblem like mini boss type thing in Fire Emblem Three Houses that I played on my Gent Watches More channel. There's like VODs of me playing the Fire Emblem Three Houses game. I remember there was one moment in it where there's a character, and this wasn't like a major, like, you definitely can't beat this character, but there was a character that it was like, clearly this character, you're just supposed to like leave him alone and run away or whatever. But I think I didn't really get that, and I walked up to him with one of my characters, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to kill him, and then it came up with like, oh, you will do like this tiny amount of damage. And I was like, shit, no, yeah, there's no way to beat this guy. But I was like, just fuck it, I'll attack with him, because I was using a character that had like a really high crit rate, because that's how I'd been building her character. And then she got a crit, and it did all the damage and killed the enemy. I was like, oh my god, I don't think I was supposed to beat him. And then it gives me like a rare item or whatever. And so this is what I feel like this is, where it's like the Straw Hats have done these quests that they really, you know, Luffy saved Nico Robin when he didn't need to, you know. Luffy also went back and got Nico Robin back from Enies Lobby when he didn't need to. Luffy like befriended Frankie despite Frankie like stealing his money and being a shithead to him and all of that. You know, Luffy saved Alabasta even though it's not really a thing that he should have done, and also Vivi was technically on the assassins that were trying to kill them squad. And like, there's just so many of these things that it's like, Luffy didn't need to do any of this stuff, but he did, and he's getting like hugely rewarded for it. So like, all of that stuff has really given him so many bonuses that like we can just skip later content, you know. These bosses that are supposed to be really hard, we're just jumping through them. So yeah, we can just, you know, go to Raftel a lot earlier than you're supposed to be able to. Very cool. And then Marco. We're gonna see Marco again? Marco genuinely might be one of my favorite characters in the show. And we haven't seen him since Marienford. And I do think about that character every once in a while. I love him. I think he's amazing. And I've wanted to see more of him. And then I kind of assumed that we weren't going to, just because, you know, oh, badass character, let's put him to the side and move on, because Whitebeard's not a thing anymore. So, but oh my god, if we're gonna have more Marco, I keep calling him Marcus. There's something else that I'm watching that there's a Marcus in it, but I can't remember. Maybe in my D&D campaign, one of my friends has a character that sometimes goes by Marcus, but I don't think that's what I'm thinking of. But anyway, yeah, so I'm excited to see more of him, because he's one of the coolest characters who has one of the coolest devil fruits in the show. It's like an absolute badass devil fruit. In fact, is Marco's fruit a Zoan fruit? I can't remember. I think, wasn't it like an ancient Zoan fruit, or like a mythological Zoan fruit or something like that? Like I can't remember if it's that or if it is like a Logia fruit, but whatever it is, it's like based upon like a mythological creature or whatever. I think it is a Zoan fruit, and if so, that tears apart the thing that I was saying earlier, last video, that I even talked to someone in the comments about it, about Zoan fruits. And like, you know, I was saying I think it was in the last video or the video before that I was like, oh, I'm you know, Zoan fruits tend to be my least favorite, and I find them most of the time I find them a lot less interesting and stuff, and you can go look at my discussion on that, because obviously there are small exceptions and stuff, but for the most part, you know, they tend to be the least interesting ones. But I say that, but Marco's got one of the coolest ones in the entire show. Marco's is incredible, really cool. So that's definitely the exception. But yeah, anyway, let's move on to the next episode. And look, if it isn't a Zoan fruit, his fruit, I'm kind of going off of like a vague memory of them saying that it was like the Phoenix Zoan fruit. But if that's not the case, I don't care, I guess. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is episode 773 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. And that is a cube complete. Okay, this episode is going to be called the assassination of Zoe the elephant. I understand Zoe means elephant. Does he have a name, the elephant? I can't remember. Luffy knows Marco, but the others don't, right? Well, they might know of him. Well, oh. How much did Luffy interact with Marco, actually? I can't remember. Yeah. The Phoenix guy. Just someone say the cool Phoenix guy. Robin knows how to speak his language. That's so funny. Yeah, okay, they did interact at least a bit. Yeah. Okay, okay. The Grudge War. Sounds pretty crazy. Oh, with Marco in the lead. Oh man, Whitebeard's crew is so cool, man. Whitebeard's crew is like the coolest shit in this anime. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, he's just focusing on training. Oh, he was so cool. I hope he's okay and that he'll join us. I want you to see him too. Alright. Ooh. Ooh, that's cool. I think Law's the true ninja here, because I always forget he's there and then he says something and it surprises me. Everyone's doing cool shit. We've already... I mean, Luffy will be okay with it, but we already had a big feast. We got shit to do. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great stuff that's been happening. But we gotta get Sanji back. But Luffy's not gonna want to leave while there's a feast going on. Yeah. Yeah, they really put themselves on the line for you. Oh my god. Oh, cool. That's nice. Yeah. Luffy's like, let's eat more! Got the Sanji wanted poster there. I guess because they were talking about saving Sanji. Oh, they did it twice. Unless we're checking in with Sanji. Nope. Nope. Staying at the banquet. That's what I'm saying, Nami. That's what I'm saying, Nami. There's a reason she's on my fucking book. Technically, Luffy is as well. Yeah, come on. The stealth mission thing ain't gonna work. You gotta come get all of us. Hey, I'm useful too to the story. Yeah, don't do the sneak in thing. Just do it. Okay. Okay, so it's just Nami, Chopper, and Brook? Oh! Okay. Cool. Nami, Chopper, Brook, and Luffy? That's a crew I can handle. That I like that. Zoro. Oh, they. Oh. Is this because Jack is attacking the elephant? Is that why they're all like... Oh, shit. Or is he just gonna wash himself? Oh, no. Huh? No, yeah, I think it's because Jack is attacking the elephant. Oh. Damn it, Brook. Oh my god. Bury that poneglyph. No one will ever be able to find it again. Oh yeah, Zanisha is the name of the elephant. I think we did hear that before. What? Oh, my Crunchyroll crashed! Whose voice is that? Whose voice are you hearing? Nice. No! Yes, Frankie! Save all the cute animal girls. Aww. Robin being so soft with the children. Oh! Oh my god! One of the worst people to grab onto. Well, I guess not. Zoro would be the best to grab onto, I think. He could like hold himself down. Oh my god. What? What's going on? Only Luffy and Momonosuke can hear it? What? What is that? Whose voice was that? It sounded familiar, but I couldn't... Like, what did Kaido's voice sound like? Damn. He's taking advantage of the fact that this is just an old guy. Abusing the elderly. Oh. Oh my god. Come on, Zanisha. Crush their ships. Just like step on their ships. Jesus. Who? Give me an order? Huh? Yeah, who are you? Wait, is that Zanisha's voice, maybe? Maybe? Hang on. Okay, let me think. Is it possible it's Zanisha's voice? Hang on, what was he originally saying? I wasn't fully taking it in. If you're there, hurry up. So if you're there, hurry up and then give me an order or whatever, right? I was just thinking like maybe it's Zanisha because it's like the idea is like now he's in a panic and so he's like, but I don't know, like why that raises so many questions to me. Like one, why can he speak like that? 2, why can it only be to Momonosuke and Luffy? 3, why has it happened before? Because Momonosuke has experienced this before in the past. 4, why does he need to be given an order to like know what to do? Like, there's so much stuff here that I don't know. Like, it could be so, but I'm only thinking it's Zanisha because they're standing on Zanisha and it's a loud enough voice, and it's like it's only happening now that like Zanisha's being shot at, so it feels, and he's also like panicked. So, but yeah, like otherwise the voice sounded kind of familiar, like it, but I can't think of whose voice it sounded like. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of like a wild ending. Wow. Yeah, I'm curious what's gonna happen there. Now, from this episode, firstly, I love that bit where Luffy's trying to remember who Marco is, and people were just saying like, I mean, he's the second in command for Whitebeard. He's the guy who ate like a really rare devil fruit or whatever. And Luffy's like, I can't. I mean, I feel like that sounds familiar or whatever. And then Robin just goes, he's the one that looks like a pineapple. And he goes, that guy. And it's very good that like, that Robin knows, Robin knows how to speak his language. Because I think also, like, other than Robin is 1, intelligent, and 2, has been on the crew enough time now to like get him. I think also, I feel like she's got the same sort of like simple mindset that Luffy does sometimes. Like, she's a very smart person, but she also, like, it doesn't mean she's applying that intelligence to everything in her mind. And she's, I think, got kind of like a simple outlook on life a lot of the time. So I think like when she's staring out, like, you'll have a lot of intelligent characters in media or whatever, Light Yagami and L from Death Note, right? Who, if they're like looking out a window, you can imagine them like analyzing every single thing. Their mind is going to be doing monologues and monologues and monologues and monologues, right? But then you take a character like Nico Robin. I think if you like, she's looking out a window and you just look at her, like look into her mind, I think she's just going, birdie, look at that birdie. It's white. It's cute. There it goes. And that's all she's doing, like her mind, I think would genuinely be just so empty most of the time. And then when things get serious, when there's a poneglyph, when there's stuff that she actually cares about or needs to know about, her mind can like go as fast as it needs to. But for the most part, I think she's just like a very meditative person. She doesn't put too much into it. And so because of that, I totally think if she saw Marco, she'd be like, oh, pineapple. His head looks like a pineapple. And also, I mean, we've seen her, she gives people like nicknames and stuff, right? I mean, she was calling Bart Roosterkun and stuff, right? Like, it's that she tends to like know people by their appearance and what they kind of look like. I wonder if this is something like very small, but sometimes when a show does that, where they're like, oh, this character looks like a pineapple, but it's the show saying that. It's not fans saying it, it's the show saying it. I always wonder if Oda designed the character first and then took a step back and went, it looks like a pineapple. Or if you design the character and then later other people were like, hey, that character looks like a pineapple. And he goes, oh yeah, I guess it does. And then he adds that line in later. Or if he's designing it and he's like, I'm going to make his head look like a pineapple. And then he does that. And then later he's like, it's a pineapple. Like, I wonder, what about it does he do? Or is it like, maybe he's halfway through designing it and he's like, oh, you know what? His head kind of looks like a pineapple. Let's lean into that, and then designs it more like that so that, he can make jokes like that in the future. I don't know. But I'd be very curious because I'm sure a lot of writers do it very differently with stuff like that. But Oda, I could see it going either way because, like, kind of both ways is kind of funny and silly. So yeah, I don't know. But it seems like the Sanji saving squad is going to be Luffy, Nami, Chopper, and Brook, which Nami, Chopper, Brook, and Sanji were were the squad that went to Zoe, right? They're the, what did they call them? The twirly hat crew or whatever, right? So if that's the case, that's really cool, because what Oda's doing there is he's going, look, I made you be without these straw hats for a while, so now let's give you a part of the show that is focused on those straw hats. I love that, because as a huge Nami fan, being without Nami for so long sucked. And I thought when Luffy said he's going to do his little stealth mission and go get Sanji on his own, I went, are you really fucking taking Nami away from me again? But no, they're going to bring Nami and Chopper and Brook. And that is going to be fun, I think. I'm really looking forward to that, because that's a fun little group. It's a very small group of Straw Hats. That's only 4 of us, which I think could be kind of fun. Like I would have been like, there was that part where Robin went up to him and I was like, oh my god, is Robin going to come along too? Because that would have been like a fun bonus for me, because then I would have had both Nami and Robin. But, you know, like there's a part of me that's like, oh, it would be cool if Zoro was there too, just because I like Zoro being in arcs in general, because I feel like, you know, if you want to guarantee that there's going to be like a cool battle, or at least a cool part of a battle, like there's a Zoro one, and generally the Zoro ones are pretty badass, or Zoro himself is pretty badass in the battle. Like the Zoro vs Pika fight, I don't care about Pika that much. Pika wasn't super impressive to me, but I still thought Zoro was really cool in that battle. But then you have ones where it's like Zoro versus Monet. That's like one of the highlights of the fucking whole arc to me, is the Zoro versus Monet fight, you know? Like Zoro gets some cool fights. So I feel like whenever he's there, I feel like they're putting him there to get him in cool situations. But it's okay. We don't need Zoro. I think this is a good idea to bring this small crew along. And it means we're gonna get more Nami, and hopefully that means that we're gonna get Nami in for longer screen times, because the smaller the group is of crew that are going on that trip, the longer the screen time they get, I'd imagine. Unless they pull a fucking Absalom where they just like have someone kidnap Nami and knock her out for the entire arc and she's just lying unconscious on a slab. If they do that again, I'm not going to be happy. But I don't think they will. I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. And Sanji's going to be happy because he's like, Nami, you came for me. All right, let's move on to the next episode. This is episode 774 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Alright, this episode is gonna be called The Mysterious Voice Revealed. It's actually Ace's voice from Beyond the Grave. I'm predicting the wildest twists. They're gonna be such wild predictions that are out of nowhere that people are gonna think I pre-watched this episode. Does Momonosuke know who the voice is, or did he just know he hears a voice? Oh? Oh. So special pirates? So Gold Roger and Odin. Oh no, my pen's not working. This is a bad time. Okay. No, Tristan! Okay, good. I sent a picture of this character to my friend Tristan in real life. So if she died there, I would have had to send him another picture and go, you just died in One Piece. Nice! Although, those pieces might be dangerous. Oh no, they're not dangerous if... Okay. That's awesome. It feels like Zoro almost made that worse. But it sounds like Gold Roger and Odin had heard this voice but didn't know what it was? If they didn't tell you what it was. What are we seeing? What is this? It's okay, it's Jack. You're seeing Jack. So you're seeing a vision of why this is happening? Wait, were you just seeing through, if my theory is right, of this is Zanisha, maybe you're just seeing through Zanisha's vision? Yeah, oh yeah, the eye? I think so. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure yet. Somehow Palpatine survived. If he's alive, let's fuck him up. Well, you have double the forces this time. At least. And that's not including the Straw Hats. Because you got the day and night soldiers working together now. The voice again? Yep, I think it is. Okay, so it's Zanisha communicating with them. Why? How only them? Okay, alright. What do we do with this information? He said give me an order. Attack! Kill! Committed a crime? I don't think elephants have to follow our laws. Okay. Oh, he's been following an order to just walk. So override the order? Give me a new one? Dude, you have our permission to do anything. Oh my god, yeah, I mean you could fucking kill them with your trunk. Yes, do it. Good job, Robin. Then yes, give it to him! Then do it, boy! Say yes! Why are you struggling with this? Yes! Try every volume. Zunisha's suffering from anime pacing. The poor guy. He was probably attacked in the manga for one panel. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Toei. Toei, this is not the time you stretch this out because it makes Momo look worse. It's a character assassination. Yeah, boy. Yeah, but say to attack specifically. Okay, make Jack. Alright. That'll work, probably. Kill everyone except that woman on Jack's ship. Oh, God. Oh, my God. It's gonna be terrifying for Jack. Oh my god, that's such a big foot. Just keeps panning across it. Is the trunk coming? Surely you use the trunk. Yes, come on. Oh, those sunken eyes. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Send him to Skypiea. Oh! God damn. Whoa, whoa, cool shot. Whoa, the animation. Whoa. Okay, Toei, I was shit talking to you before, but that was fucking dope. That was a sick sequence. You fucked Jack up. Also, he's a devil fruit eater. If he goes in the water, he's dead. I think we've dealt with Jack. This is why we don't need a long arc for this. The elephant did it. I think they're dead. Most of them would have been devil fruit eaters. They're dead. Maybe not most of them, but at least some of them. Awesome. I think he's only gonna call you if he's like panicking. It's like an emergency line. The monkey. Yeah, what's the problem? Oh, are you just reporting what happened? He's just been following an order. That was what I was saying. Well, hang on, but they're saying it like this makes me think he's not dead. You imagine showing up to Big Mom's place with Zunisha? To fill this bag up. He's like a trick-or-treater. Pour all the Mars bars into here. What are we looking at now? Is it gonna be Kaido getting an update or something? Oh, is that Doflamingo? Oh. Huh? Oh, this is Kaido. Okay. It just had like colorful pants and what looks like a scarf, but it wasn't, I guess. Okay, well, Kaido's pissed, but we were gonna piss him off. We've already pissed him off. Okay, cool episode. Yeah, I mean, they did that, like, that sequence. I mean, this is the thing is, like, when you have a sequence like that where they're saying, you know, oh, like, especially, like, Zunisha is going, oh, I need you to give me an order now, it needs to be now, give me an order. And it's, like, the easiest thing in the world to, like, respond to and give an order. And you have a character like Momo that's just not doing it and there's no good reason for him not to do it. I mean, other than, you know, he's scared, he doesn't know, like, you know, it's overwhelming, but still, it's like, it's not a good enough reason. You just know, like, watching a scene like that, that's obviously not Oda doing that. That's Toei, who needs the episode to be a certain length, so they're like, okay, well, we gotta drag it out. But that's, unfortunately, I think, a bad place to pick to draw it out, because it makes the audience think of Momo as more of an idiot than I think he is, and it's a bit unfair to that character, because that character I don't think was taking that long to shout back the order. But yeah, I mean, it reminds me of, I was watching a Brandon Sanderson lecture recently on character work, and he talks about, like, how to write compelling characters and stuff. And you know, one such was, like, you know, you give the characters, like, their thing, their flaws, their interesting points, but if you go, like, too far with the character, with that flaw for the character, it becomes unrelatable. And if you make the character unrelatable, you make them too frustrating. Like, if you go too far away from relatability, they become frustrating to the audience because the audience doesn't understand. And that's kind of what was happening there. Is like the audience, like, I'm fine with it. I'm speaking about it from the perspective of, like, what I think a casual viewer will be feeling during that time, who's not thinking about the idea of, like, Toei pacing and, like, why they're doing the things the way they're doing, or thinking about the fact that they need the episode to be 24 minutes or whatever. But a casual viewer would be like, this guy's an idiot, this character doesn't make any sense to me, and then they might hate this character for a long time because of this moment, which is sad, but it happens. For me, I mean, I don't care that much. I think it's just an interesting thing to discuss in this section, in the discussion section of this video. Is to talk about something like that. But anyway, the actual episode, let's talk about the story beats that happened in the episode. So yeah, it was the elephant. The voice is the elephant. And it, like, so it could also speak. He could also speak to Gold Roger and Odin. And then apparently someone gave Odin Zunisha an order to just like walk or whatever. And then now he was begging to have another order. So like maybe it was Gold Roger or Odin who gave the order. But I feel like if they're gonna give the order, assuming, I mean, I really don't know much about Odin. I don't even have a picture in my head of what I think Odin will look like right now. Well, I say will look like. Did Odin die? Is Odin already dead? I'm trying to. I think so, right? Yeah, he was executed. Yes. He was executed by the Shogun and Kaido. So but I don't have an idea of what he did look like. But you know, I like thinking of what I mean, he was with Gold Roger, so I'm kind of imagining he had a similar vibe to the Gold Roger crew that we've known so far. And if that's the case, I feel like they're pretty forward thinking, you know, they're good with like legacy and setting things up and stuff. With Zunisha, if you were to give him an order to like walk forever or walk somewhere, I feel like you'd want to go like, you can walk everywhere, but like if you're in danger, defend yourself or something. But maybe you just don't think of that in the time. I don't know. But it might just be someone else, you know, maybe Kaido gave the order, you know, King of the Beasts or whatever. Zunisha's a beast. Maybe Kaido said like, hey, you fucked up somewhere, you committed a crime, right? That was the idea. So here's your punishment. You have to walk for all eternity. Just keep walking, and that's it. You can't do anything else but walk and clean yourself every once in a while. So yeah, I don't know. I wonder how much more info we're gonna get about that. I feel like they're gonna drop at least one more little thing about it somewhere or another. But I mean, maybe we'll have to wait for that. Maybe we'll wait for it for a while and then they'll explain it in like episode 900 or something. Like when we're actually doing stuff with Kaido, maybe Kaido will be in front of Luffy and be like, oh, that damn elephant, yeah, I did this or whatever. You know, giving credit where credit's due, you know, I talk about Toei and the pacing and stuff, but then they kind of went off with that elephant sequence, which they kind of didn't need to do, but I appreciate that they did. I guess in their mind, they're like, okay, this is the climax of the arc, I guess, you know? This is like the battle climax of the arc, is like, if Jack is the main bad guy of this arc, and this is the way he gets defeated, then we're gonna like animate it well. And they animated it really well, and it was really cool. It like zoomed out of Jack's eye, went up the trunk, we saw the trunk, we saw it swing towards him, and then it zoomed back into Jack's eye. That was like such a cool idea for a shot, and it worked really nicely. So yeah, I liked that a lot. What was I thinking though? Oh yeah, so my first thing was like, okay, well, Jack fell in the water, he's dead, right? But then they didn't show his body, and then they cut back to Usopp going, so Jack fell in the water, so he's dead, right? And Cat Viper was like, yep, definitely dead. And so that makes me think he's not dead. I would have just, if they didn't show anything about Jack from then on, I would have probably just assumed he was dead and not thought about it. But now that they've said that, they've planted the idea in my head that he's not dead. It's very funny sometimes how the way that you can convince an audience that a character is not dead the most is to say that he's dead. That's like the #1 thing you can do to make an audience go, wait, this guy's not dead. Like, even if you brought the character back and put him on screen, you'd still have a bunch of viewers being like, I don't think that's really him, or I think he's still dead and that is a ghost of the version or whatever. But if you have a character just goes, oh my god, he's dead, right? Yeah, he's definitely dead. Then we know, we know that he's not. He can't be. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the next episode. This is episode 775, and the last episode we're doing in this video of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Wait. Hang on. Did the title already come up and I was like distracted by my cube? What the fuck? No, there's the title. Okay, this episode is called... I don't fucking know. It didn't give me any time. I don't have a title. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, what's the deal with you? Musatobi. Huh? Huh. You know, I don't know if this is true or not at all, but I'm just getting a vibe right now. Something about that struck me as filler. But this isn't a filler episode, I don't think. Just like that character design and him appearing out of nowhere. And it being a problem that doesn't seem like it seems like we'll be able to fix it pretty easily. Aww, that's cute. Okay, maybe it's not filler. Maybe? Okay, no, yeah, it's just a way to give Chopper something cool to do, I guess. Ninja, pirate, mink, samurai. Nope. Can you? Good question. I like that Frankie's asking it. The shipwright asking the right questions. Damn, can Frankie fix these up in like half a second? Oh. That would be useful. Yeah, Pedro. He's still learning. He's gonna be even better in 5 years. Keep an eye on him. Is this a bandage? Yeah. Is she gonna use her hands to stitch them all together? Yes? Yeah, that's exactly what she's doing. Cool. Oh. I like that. That's funny. And now they were gonna bite him. Oh, good. Hell yeah. Oh, it's perfect. That's so good. I love how perfect the wood was. Did he chop the ones in the wrong place? Yeah. Yeah, call him out, Law. Aw, Karen's so cute. We're getting a lot of cuteness in this episode. Oh. Where'd he put him? Jesus. How far away was that? So useful. Law's power is incredibly fucking powerful. Okay. More than a week, damn. What? Oh? Do we bring Wanda and Pedro along with us? What the fuck is going on? What's happening? Oh, Nami. Aw, they're all in good spirits, it seems like. I want to see him do it just in like 5 seconds. Yes! This is exactly what I wanted. Yes. That's such a cool part of Frankie's character that I wish they used more often. Remember when he just fucking built that bridge in Thriller Bark or whatever? It was so cool. Nice, guys. Good job. Wow. This is great and thorough. What? Is there a storm coming or something? Like a really bad one? Silent supercell? Oh. Yeah, it's a big storm. Well, shit. Oh, but we do need to treat the elephant. Man, do you have any bigger brushes, maybe? The smallest brushes. Aww. Tristan, join our crew. Here comes the storm. Just, I mean, while you're already down here, finish the treatment real quick. I feel like you should I was about to say, I feel like you should have Carrot go. Isn't Carrot insanely fast? Oh shit! Oh my god! Yes, Usopp! Good job! Nice! This is very dangerous for Luffy. If he falls into the water, he's dead. But, I mean, so are most of these people. They probably... You get fall in that water, you get taken away with the storm, you get lost forever, so... Devil fruit or not, you're probably dead. Holy shit, man! Oh! Yeah, he caught that, Jesus. To hold on to that is insane. Nice. That's fucking insane how much of that Robin can make. That's a lot of hands. I've just realized Carrot wears an outfit that looks like a carrot. It's got the green and the orange. I just realized. Carrot's so cute. I think she's maybe gonna come with... No, actually, Wanda and Pedro are the ones I think are coming with us. That's so cute. Oh, yes! Yes, no! Don't, you can listen to her! He meant Neko. But she wanted to come with you! Oh. She's so cute. Banana. Aww. You're welcome. Oh, the game is so attached to her. You gonna sneak aboard? Only if you don't snitch on me. Oh, that's a cute episode. Look, it felt originally like that episode was like filler stuff, and maybe that was like, you know, that was like half a chapter or even like a few pages in the manga or whatever. But I felt like that episode felt like fun and paced pretty well and stuff. I mean, I guess I'll look at the filler list, just in case this was accidentally a filler and I didn't realize. What are we on? 775. Okay, so 775. 775 is anime canon. Aha! Wow. Okay. Never mind. I mean, I was right. I did pick up on that pretty quickly. I swear I didn't see this. Because, look, I look at the official, well, not official, but the main, like, filler list that I'm sure a lot of people look at, right? And any stuff that is either, you know, official or mixed, you know, anime, what do they call it? Mixed manga canon and filler, or if it's anime canon, all of that stuff is marked green. And then if it's filler, it's marked red. And all I do is look at it if it's green or red. I watch all the stuff that's green. I don't watch the stuff that's red. That's it. That's all I do, right? I don't actually read the text that's there, generally, because it doesn't matter. I'm going to be watching it. But in this episode, I just felt like it pretty quickly felt like, oh, this is them diverting time to stuff. But as I said, I think that actually was a very good episode. I enjoyed that episode more than I enjoyed the last one, because the last one felt like they were like stretching stuff, and this one felt like they were adding stuff. I don't know what they added. I don't know which parts of this are canon and which isn't. Like, it's possible none of it is canon, but except for the fact that they got a map, you know, or something. Or maybe Zanisha being injured is like manga canon, but they just didn't dwell on it. They were just like, oh, Zanisha's injured, and Chopper was like, I'll fix it, and then he fixes it. I don't know. But regardless, I thought it was a very fun episode. There were a lot of cute things happening, but my biggest takeaway from this is Carrot is trying to, like, come along. Carrot wants to come with us. And, I mean, frankly, I'm ecstatic about it. Because also, Wanda and Pedro said, like, the fastest way for them to get there, or they both said it in their head or whatever, but the fastest way for them to get there is if we come with them. So, is it possible we have... So, like, in the last episode or whatever, I said the crew of Nami, Chopper, and Brook, or the episode before last, I said the crew of Nami, Chopper, and Brook, like, the really good thing about it is there'll only be, like, 4 or 5 main characters, so we'll have, like, more screen time with each of them. However, I may have to take that back now, because if it's also possible it's going to be them, and then you add Wanda, Pedro, and Carrot, then... like they even out their screen time a bit, and so maybe I won't get more Nami screen time. But if I have to give up a bit of Nami screen time and share it with those 3 characters, and I say 3, I'm including Pedro in that. I know everyone is rightfully thinking like, yeah, okay, the women, he cares about Wanda and Carrot, of course, right? And that's true, and you're right to think that and keep thinking that, because you'll be right most of the time. But I do think Pedro is a really cool character as well, and I also think we haven't explored him as much as I would like to. I think he's very cool. So those 3 characters coming is really cool. Like, for example, to give credit to Pedro, I'd rather Pedro come than Tristan, you know? And like you've seen, I love Tristan. She's a great, fun, cute character, right? But Pedro is more interesting, and Pedro would add more to the dynamic. So it's not just women that I'm thinking of here. I'm also thinking of what I genuinely think I would enjoy and what I genuinely think would add to the story. But yeah, Wanda, Carrot, and Pedro would be awesome if they came. Now, but the thing that I don't know is, like, is that going to be the case? Or is it like Wanda and Pedro were both thinking individually, like, someone needs to go with them? Like, maybe that's what they weren't thinking, like, we specifically need to go, but someone needs to go to be their guide. And so Wanda's thinking, I'm going to go to be their guide. Pedro's thinking, I'm going to go to be their guide. And the answer will actually be Carrot goes to be their guide. And I mean, that's kind of funny. The idea of, like, dangling a carrot in front of their face to keep them on their path is kind of funny as well. But I wonder if that's the case. So maybe it won't be Wanda, Pedro, and Carrot. Maybe it'll just be Carrot. But I feel like they're teasing this so that, you know, they get me attached to Carrot, and then she can come along, and that would be so good. That'd be great. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing who comes on this journey and how it goes. And, like, I'm way more excited for this arc than I thought I would be originally. And by originally, I mean, like, really early in the show, when all I knew was that there's an arc that's based around Big Mom, and I knew what Big Mom looked like as like a character design, and I thought that arc I would not like, because I was just like, it doesn't look like the kind of character that I would care about, and I feel like it's gonna, you know, like it's gonna be maybe a long arc, and it's gonna be a lot of stuff focused on her and on sweets and stuff, and I don't know, am I gonna care about that as much? But I was thinking this like really early in the show, before I even met Big Mom, but I knew about the character from people talking about it, right? I thought I wasn't gonna be interested, but the closer and closer we're getting, I'm like, this is shaping up to be an awesome arc. Like, it really could be cool. We've got good character setup. We've got great, fucking fantastic stakes. They've done a great job at that. We've got Sanji lore being teased. We've got like just the excitement of seeing what, you know, this island and stuff is going to be about. We've got like Kaido stuff on the horizon, and possibly is going to seep into this. We don't really know right now, but that's the case. We've got the whole like poneglyph stuff going, like road poneglyphs, and the fact that we might come across a road poneglyph, and that's going to give us major lore stuff, and the fact that I'm going to see more Nami. Like, all of this stuff is making me really hyped for it. So I'm really genuinely looking forward to this arc. But next video is going to be the final 4 episodes of the Zoe arc. I'm pretty sure there are 4 left before the filler episodes, so I'm going to do all of them in the next video, so stay tuned for that. The good news is, if you click on the little join button on YouTube membership down below, you get that right now in edited format. It should be already on there, because you get the next week of videos on there. I think there's one more thing I wanted to say before I go into my full outro. Oh yeah, I was saying this during the OP, but only to the people in my full length who are watching my full length, and they watch the whole thing. So even me watching the OP, sometimes I'll talk during that section. But I did want to also say this in discussion. Like, I get so excited for like end of arc lore drops, right? And I was talking about how wouldn't it be funny and cool if Zoe had, you know, like whenever they have at the end of the arc, they go check out what's happening throughout the rest of the world, right? I thought, like, wouldn't it be cool and funny if Zoe had one, even though Zoe is such a short arc, we also still at the end of this arc went and checked out what's happening in the rest of the world again, even though we just did it 20 episodes ago or whatever, 30 episodes ago. So I was like, I don't think that'll happen, but it would be cool, because I love those. And then I was saying, isn't it cool how in a lot of shows, I feel like when the author decides to cut away from the main cast and check out something else, a lot of the time people will go, oh, they're cutting away from the main cast. Oh, okay, all right, let's see what they're doing. And like, maybe the audience will end up loving what they cut away to, and maybe not, but the audience doesn't tend to like look forward to when they cut away from the main cast. But in One Piece, it's like the main cast stuff is amazing, but then whenever we're finishing up an arc, it's always like, oh, but now we're gonna cut away and start seeing things that are happening elsewhere in the world. And there's like not many shows that can do that great feeling, but One Piece is so good at it. And so I think that's such a credit to Oda's writing, is that like his world is so interesting and his characters are so great. And the lore of his world is so exciting that people are just so keen for you to stop telling your main story just to tease things for later, because the teasers are like the most fun fucking thing that he does. So yeah, I just wanted to say that like, give more credit to Oda where it's due, because that's just amazing. Anyway, that is One Piece episodes up to 775. Thank you for joining me. Next week next video we finish off the Zoe arc, which means next week we start off the next arc, and I'm very, very excited for all of that. So thank you for watching. Go to my Patreon account if you want all of that stuff now, and in full length. You can get the next 20 or so episodes in there right now, which means we are pretty deep in that arc already. But thank you for watching. I will see you next time, and goodbye.